Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this peplum belt. I really like this peplum belt. I enjoyed making this. It's a reversible peplum belt. Yours doesn't have to be reversible, but I just like to make reversible things whenever I can. I can get good use out of it. You're going to need your fabric, interface, tape measure, scissors, pin. Just get your sewing kits out. So for our measurement, we're going to need our waist measurement. My waist measurement is 35 inches. And then we're going to add 1 inch for seam allowance. So waist measurement 35 plus 1 inch. And that gives us 36 inches. And then another measurement you're going to need is your peplum belt length. How long do you want the peplum belt? Mine is going to be 8 inches. So now to find the radius of your waist, we're going to divide 36. Remember that measurement? 36 divided by 6.28. And that gives us 5.7. If you've watched my circle skirt video, then you will know what we're doing here. To get, well, because the peplum belt we're going to make in the form of a circle. And because our measurement is 5.7, I've rounded it up to 6 inches. Now, to find out how much fabric you're going to need, you're going to add the peplum belt length and our waist radius, which is 6 inches. So that gives us 14 inches. And then you double that. And that's 28 inches. So you need a 28 by 28 inch fabric. Now for the strap will be the length at the top, which is 36 inches plus 2 inches, and that's going to give us 38 inches. So your strap should be 38 inches by 3 inches. So you're going to need 2 of those. So that's my interface and my fabric. Now my fabric measures 28 by 28. Remember, we're going to fold it into 4. So you fold it once and then you fold it that way. Remember, you're going to need 2 different fabrics if you're going to do a reversible one. You could use one side plain fabric and the other side pattern fabric, or you can do both plain. It's up to you. So I'm just going to mark the radius, which is 6 inches, around like so. If you've watched my circle skirt video, then you know what we're doing here. It's very similar to how you make a circle skirt. Yeah, it's not even similar, it's the same way. That's how you make circle skirt. It's just that this one is shorter than a circle skirt. So we've marked our radius and we're just going to mark the length of our peplum belt. I'm just making the line thicker so you can see what I'm doing, and from that line we're going to mark the length of our peplum belt. I said 8 inches earlier, but I changed my mind and I marked 9 inches. 8 inches will be fine as well, but I just thought let me go with 9 inches whilst I was making this. So yeah, and just do that all the way around. This tutorial I think is quite straightforward, to be honest. It's perfect for if you're a beginner, you can do it, trust me. Don't underestimate yourself. If I can do it, anyone can do this. So just cut all the way through, and then we're going to do the same at the top. I definitely need a new scissors. If you're new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like if you like. Before we cut the top, we're just going to measure ½ an inch to the top, ½ an inch all the way around, and that ½ an inch is just sewing allowance when we're attaching the strap to the main part of the peplum belt. That will be our sewing allowance, and there you go. And that's the biggest part of this tutorial, really. We're nearly there. Trust me. What we're going to do now is do the same thing on the other fabric. Fold it into 4, like so. You can either do the measurements or you could just place your fabric. Make sure they're matching, the sides are matching. Can you see that's the folded side? And we're just going to cut it all the way. So basically you're tracing the first one. You can pin your fabric together before you start cutting, because your fabric can tend to move around. Yeah, so you can do that if your fabric is moving around, or if you're not used to doing it that way. So we've done that. We're just going to open the side and the other fabric, and voila, we have our peplum belt. Well, halfway there. Now for the interface, we're just going to place our fabric on top and just cut it out. Unfortunately, my interface would not stick to my fabric for some reason, but I'm just going to use it like that because that's the only thing I have. I just bought this interface and I'm quite disappointed that it won't fuse to my fabric. I've never bought an interface that doesn't stick. I don't know why, but hey ho, we're just going to make use of it like that. I'm just cutting everything out. We only need interface for one of the fabrics, and then we're using interface for the strap as well. Now we're sewing our fabric right sides facing each other. So just pretend the interface is fused to our fabric. And then you're going to sew your fabric right sides facing each other. But as for me, I'm just going to sew all 3 together. So don't worry, the interface, if your interface is like mine and it's not sticking to your fabric, just sew it and you'll be fine. And I'm just pinning our fabric all the way around. As you can see, we just sew all the way around. The only part we're going to leave is the middle part. I'm just going to trim off any excess. Be careful when you're trimming the excess not to cut the thread, and just trim it all the way around like that, and cut the corners as well, so it's easier. It looks better when you turn the right side out. We're just going to turn our fabric right side out. I'm just folding it just to make sure that the other fabric is not peeking out. I'm going to give it a good press. So just iron your fabric, but before I iron, I tend to just press it in. I don't know why, when I could just go to the ironing board and just iron, you know. So that's our strap. My strap is a bit too wide. I measured 4 inches instead of 3 inches, so I'm just going to trim that off. I've already attached my straps together, so just the top and the sides, and you leave the bottom part open. I'm just measuring 2.5 inches because I made mine too wide. But if you're cutting your own strap, just do 3 inches by your waist measurement and plus 3 inches. So your my waist measurement is 35 inches, so 1 inch for seam allowance, which is 36, plus 2 inches to attach our buttons on. So yeah, but if you want to tie your straps and you're not attaching buttons, just make it longer. You can add extra 15 to 20 inches if you're going to be tying your strap at the back. If you want peplum belt with tied strap, I'm just marking the midpoint by notching my fabric, and I'm just going to find the midpoint as well for my strap. I'm going to attach the fabric facing the fabric. As you can see, the blue fabric is facing the blue fabric on my peplum belt. So we're just going to pin that all the way around. It might be a bit tricky when you're pinning because the main part of the peplum belt is curved and the strap is straight, so just play around with it and just take your time. It will it will work. If you're new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. If you've been watching my video all this while and you haven't subscribed, I mean, what are you doing? Please subscribe to my channel. Comment. I love to read your comment, guys. And now we're just going to attach the strap to the peplum belt, just the first part. And then the second part is the iron. Just iron it down like so. And then put it over. Make sure you're covering the first seam. So the first thread, make sure it's covering it. And there you have it. And yeah, it's as simple as that. As you see, told you. All you need to do now is just to attach your press button. And you're done. Yeah, as I was saying, if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you need to subscribe right now. Please comment. I love to read your comment, guys. Would you be trying this? And if you do try it, how do you find it? How did you find it? Let me know in the comments below. Like my video, share. I'm trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. So please, guys, do make it happen. Help your girl. Thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I really do appreciate all your support, all the comments, all the likes. It really motivates me to continue. And that's our finished product. I hope you like it. I just thought I'll model it for you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a great week.